Hi, welcome to your makeup tutorial. I love sharing makeup tips with everybody because I love makeup. I come from the makeup modeling industry. I was a makeup artist for the modeling industry for many years and I love doing this. But the reason why people want to know how I do my makeup, because believe it or not, I am 63 years old. Did she just say she was 63? Yeah, she did. She's 63. A lot of skincare is not just makeup, it's the supplements that I take, which is a whole other lesson. It's the skincare that I use, which is a whole other lesson. It's a combination healthy living. I get my sleep. I really do. I really apply sleep methods, and that's part of my skincare. So take a look. This is me before. Okay, take a closer look. This is me before. Alrighty, so let's be honest about what you're looking at. I have a weird spot here. It's a dark spot. Some may call it an age spot, maybe. No, not an age spot, no! Yeah, it's like God's major kiss is an age spot. I've also got a dark spot here. I have too many freckles here. Got a lot of freckles, some discolorization here, which everybody does. Now, I've already prepped my face, which is really important. I have washed it. I have toned it. I have moisturizing it. There are two things. I've moisturized it. There's two eye things that I absolutely love. This is this eye care one from Sebella. I love it because it's got this ball thing on the end and you rub it around your eyes and up here and it helps get rid of puffiness. Puffiness, let me tell you, this is absolutely amazing. And then underneath this, then you put your eye lotion. You always do it with these fingers. Doesn't my nails look pretty? Because you want to pat it. Now, everybody's going to have the same kind of issues, right? Which is this. We all have dark circles. And you have dark circles around here. Dark circles above your eyes. These are just blood veins. Here you have them too. This is the thinnest part of your body. That's why you always want to use special skincare and lotions for around your eyes, because this is super, super sensitive and very thin. Now let me hint. Here's a hint. Ready for your first hint? Hint number one, do not eat white bread. White bread has bleach in it and it causes circles underneath your eyes. No white bread, thank you. All right, we're just going to start with the basic. My face has been primed, that whole thing. One thing I want to do is prime my eyelids. So I have primer on my face to help even out your pores and everything. The other primer, this is specifically for your lids. Now, the reason why is you want your eyeshadow to stay on. You have grease on your eyes, you have oils in your face, and you're just going to pat this on the lids of your eyes. It's an amazing primer. A little bit goes away. Again, Sebella. And what this does is it helps your eye makeup to stay on all day. And it's especially good if you are one of those people that tend to have an oily skin and then, you know, your makeup kind of washes off your face. So start with an eye primer. Here's your second tip. Tip of the day, use the appropriate brushes for your cosmetic line. Do not rub it in your face like you're shellacking a desk. No, brushes are the way to go. Now I say that about the brushes because I've seen people rubbing in their face like they're trying to, you know, rub a desk clean or something like that. The other thing is that I do use a sponge at the very end to blot stuff, but sponges absorb a lot of makeup, so you don't want to use that. Now this next part is I'm going to take a foundation brush. There's two kinds. I actually use both, and you're going to see me use this for the under cream, and you're going to see me this for the foundation. I'm going to use Sebella. The liquid foundation is actually very good. Now you notice this stuff is going to go away. I'm going to speed this next part up. You're going to go down when you put on your foundation down. Why? Because we have little hairs on our face. And if you go up, the hairs stand up. So when you're putting on lotion, go up, makeup go down. All right, you ready? All right, you notice that I also went down around my neck like this. And the reason why is you don't want to have that weird funky line, right? You should be able to go down and it should blend in really well. Already notice the difference just before a while ago, and now notice the difference. So hold on. Notice the difference. Really great coverage, right? Now I'm going to take the concealer. Concealer is actually going to go, and I'm using a different brush, and I'm using the foundation brush. I'm going to pat this on, and I'm going to go down and around, and I'm going to put it on top of my eyes too. Again, I'm going to speed it up. Let me show you the concealer, sorry. Stay Bella Concealer. They have different colors. It's okay to go a little bit lighter than what your normal skin tone is because you want your eyes to be bright. So what am I doing? I'm patting it on. A little bit here. A little bit here. And around the eyes. Look at that. Isn't that a good look? I'm ready to go out, honey. All right, notice that. Notice that the circles, little spot, it's hidden. It's hidden. It's still there, but it's hidden. Now, the next part is I'm going to use a contouring. I know some people freak out about contouring. Don't. But I'm going to make sure that I'm going to teach you so that you don't look like death. I have two kinds because why? I'm tanner now. I just came back from the Dominican Republic, so I'm going to use this darker one. In the winter, I use this one. So what I'm going to do, and now again, your brush is a little bit different, right? Your brush is smaller because you want control. A lot of people will put on blushes with these big ones like this. You want control over this. So I'm going to start with the highlighter, and I'm going to do it right up here because then we look like we're kind of glowing, right? Now underneath here, hello, darling. This is where we're going to put our contouring. And use the darker one right now, and I'm just going to go underneath this bone. Fill the bone and go underneath the bone on both sides. I'm contouring underneath my bones. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Okay, this is step one. Now take another one and go right along your jawline, right? You're going to look like we're going, woo, baby. We're looking like a model. You know why models look like this? They're going, I need to eat. Yeah. Okay, so this is this. Now look at already the difference. You can see more of my bones, right? Here's the deal about around your head. If you have a lower forehead, I do not have a huge forehead, then I'm not really going to do a lot up here, right? For people that have a really big forehead, do some powder around here and bring it around because it's going to make your face look a little bit not so long, all right? I'm going to do a little bit more because I like that look. Here's the next trick. You ready for the next trick? Take a smaller brush like this and go down the sides of your nose. It looks like I have a line. I'm not done. Calm down. Okay, go down the line. I'll just kind of rub it a little bit. And it thins out your nose too. Trust me, I do not look like I have a line down my nose in real life. Now I've thinned out my face a little bit. What do you think so far? We're ready for the next part, the eyes. Now, we want our eyes to be open, and here's the deal. My eyes are blue, greeny. This one's blue, this one's green, actually. And this whole area up here, from your brow down to here, we're going to make light because we want to highlight our eye color, right? We want our eyes to look open. So again, a different brush. And this is the a little bit of Sunshine palette that I'm using from Stay Bella. And look at all these beautiful colors. Ooh. So I'm going to take this highlighter one, right? This is the light one, and I'm going to put it on the tops of my eyes just like this, all the way to my brow. I'm going to look over here in my big pretty window here, mirror. I'm actually going to go a little bit right in the corner of my eye. Why? Because our eye is drawn to white, and our eye is drawn to lighter color, and this lighter color is going to help us to have more of an open eye. We want to look more wide, alive. No more dead zombie looks. Okay, look at that. Oh, look how it does already in my eyes. I look alive. I'm alive. How do I put on the eyeshadow? I get that guys all the time. I'm going to use these, all right, for the first part. And what am I doing? I'm taking another smaller brush, another Stay Bella brush, and I'm going to go right in the crease of my eye. I'm going to form a crease. That is actually going to be framing our eyeball so our eyes look more open and you're going to see your color. Here's the rule of eyeshadow, okay? If you think about a picture, if you're going to frame a picture like those pictures behind me, the frames complement the picture. They do not compete with the picture. So if you've got blue eyeshadows or blue eyes, don't wear blue eyeshadow. You want to have a color that complements the blue so the blue pops. If you got brown eyes, don't wear brown eyeshadow because it just looks like one big brown. You want something to make it pop. Believe it or not, brown people, or people with brown eyes, purple, a dark purple is really pretty with brown. Green can wear purple too. So I'm going to use this kind of rose colored, I guess you'd call these, right? And I'm going to put it in the crease of my eye right here. We're creasing. We're creasing. Everybody crease. Are you creasing? I'm creasing. I'm actually going to go up here just a little bit because it makes my eye look a little bit wider and open. That way I can be asleep and nobody knows it because my eyes look open. I just made that up. That's funny. Okay, here we go. Another eye. Here we go. Here we go. Wow. Check that out, baby. All right. How's that looking? Pretty darn cool, right? Check it out. Doesn't that look good? You notice that I have the white closer to my eye, so it's showing off my blue/green eye. And there we have eyeshadow, the first stages. What do you think? And before we go on with the eye, I'm going to frame my eye, okay? Which means that my eyebrows aren't there. I'm going to tell you a real story what happened, okay? I was at the mall in Los Angeles, and this is a true thing that happened. This lady walks up, and she does this in the mall in Los Angeles. Oh, come here. Your face. You forgot to finish your face. What were you thinking? Excuse me? My face? What are you talking about? Your eyebrows. You forgot to finish your eyebrows. It finishes off your face. Let me help you. And she was right. I didn't finish my face. I never did my eyebrows. Now my eyebrows are blonde. So we have a variety of tools here at Sabella that we can use. This is an eyebrow liner, believe it or not. But you also can use this eyebrow pencil along with some eyeshadow to fill it in. Let me show you. First, I'm going to outline it and then fill it in, okay? Here we go. All right, ready? Here is this without it and with it. Look at the difference. Fills out your face, doesn't it? What did I do? We have an actual eyebrow liner. This kind of draws it on, and then there's another eyebrow pencil which will fill it in. But sometimes I just use eyeshadow to fill it all in. How's that for super cool? Let me do the other eye. All right, they're done. So here's your guide from right here to right here, your eyebrows. All right. All right, next step. Now from this point on, you could be done and put on some mascara. You really could. If you want a light look, this is pretty look. Put on some lip glossy stuff here, like this. This is the, oh my gosh, honey and cream. It's just a lip oil. Look at that. Oh yeah. There we go. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. It's so beautiful on my lips. Yeah. Okay. But here's what I like to do. So we could be done. We could put on a little mascara and we could be done. Here's another option. If you know me, I like to go a little bit more. So I'm going to take a black eyebrow pencil. Sabella. This is not an eyebrow pencil. This is a black liner. I'm going to pull my lid down. I'm going to draw a line around my eyes. And then I'm going to go from here out and down a little bit. Do a little bit on top. Now, why am I doing this? It actually pops the color of my green. It really does, a little bit more dramatic look. Here's the thing about eyeliner. The older that you are, the less you want to get away from liquid. It ages you because we got a little bit more cracks on our face, let's be honest. So I use a pencil, or what do? I also use this. This one's from Melaleuca, which I absolutely love. And it's a brush that has, it's called a smudging brush. Where is it? I'll find it in a minute. Let me do my other eye. All right, I'm ready for the next step. I just have a little bit of liner on. And this is the brush. Look, it's got a little brush on the bottom and then a liner brush, and it's a brush. This is called After the Storm from Sabella. You can see I use this, guys. I'm gonna use this one, and I'm gonna go right here around the edge and right on top. I'm gonna bring it around a little bit. Look at that. I'm looking fancy. Yep, yep, yep. Bring it under here. Bring it around. Now again, I could be done. Look at that, I could be done. But I'm going to take it another step. So I'm going to take this end, I'm going to do this in here, and I'm going to go around again in the crease of my eye. And I'm going to do one to show you what it's like just to have one. It's just a little bit more dramatic look. If you notice, I'm just kind of playing on the dramatics. I'm not dramatic. Yes, you are. No, I'm not. Okay. A little bit more dramatic. You guys didn't know I talk to myself when I'm by myself. Huh, just you and me in the video. Look at the difference in my eyes so far. This is just more natural, a little bit, and this is building it up a little bit. That crease makes for just an interesting look. I like it. You guys can stop, you guys can add. If you're like 13, don't do this, okay? Then you look like something that we don't want you to look like at 13. I am way beyond 13 by just a few years, so I get to do this because I can. All right, so I'm going to bring this around here a little bit more and smooth this out. That pencil can get kind of crazy. And there we are. Now, what do you think so far? All right, I'm ready for the next step. I just have a little bit of liner on. And this is the brush. Look, it's got a little brush on the bottom and then a liner brush, and it's a brush. This is called After the Storm from Sebella. You can see I use this, guys. I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to go right here around the edge and right on top. I'm going to bring it around a little bit. Look at that. I'm looking fancy. Yep, yep, yep. Bring it under here. Bring it around. Now again, I could be done. Look at that, I could be done. But I'm going to take it another step. So I'm going to take this end, I'm going to do this in here, and I'm going to go around again in the crease of my eye. And I'm going to do one to show you what it's like just to have one. It's just a little bit more dramatic look. If you notice, I'm just kind of playing on the dramatics. I'm not dramatic. Yes, you are. No, I'm not. Okay. A little bit more dramatic. You guys didn't know I talk to myself when I'm by myself. Huh, just you and me in the video. Look at the difference in my eyes so far. This is just more natural, a little bit, and this is building it up a little bit. That crease makes for just an interesting look. I like it. You guys can stop, you guys can add. If you're like 13, don't do this, okay? Then you look like something that we don't want you to look like at 13. I am way beyond 13 by just a few years, so I get to do this because I can. All right, so I'm going to bring this around here a little bit more and smooth this out. That pencil can get kind of crazy. And there we are. Now, what do you think so far? And this is the finished product. Yeah, I stopped and I did my hair because it was looking a little gnarly. But the lipstick and the lip pencil is from Sebella. And there's all kinds of lip glosses that they have. Beautiful, beautiful colors. Let me just end with saying this. Who you are is absolutely beautiful. God made you perfectly, and there's no amount of makeup that's going to change how pretty you really are, okay? All I did was hide some sins from my past. So if here I am now, let me take a smile here. If you notice the comparison between the two, I've hidden some of the sins from my past. I've highlighted some things, accentuated, made my eyes look bigger, right? Just with all the little shading and stuff. There is no amount of makeup that is going to cover unhealthy. So if you are not on the Peak Performance Vitamins, Nail, Skin, and Hair vitamin supplement, collagen, you need to get on those things. Top it off with absolutely amazing skincare that Melaleuca has. And there's several kinds, and I use 3 of them. I'm going to do another video about the skincare and all the things you need to know about that. But this is your makeup tutorial. I hope you use it. I'd love to see some pictures because makeup is fun. Makeup is about creativity, and makeup is about making you feel better about yourself. So have a super great day, and I hope you enjoyed this.